The Moonshot platform was born from the idea that we can get things done more efficiently when we are sharing ideas and working together to find solutions to the world's most pressing issues.
Andy Hargreaves said that we should measure what we value instead of valuing only what we can measure.
Overall, 80% of parents today believe that their children are getting high-quality education. However, only 64 of K-12 respondents believe that they are getting high-quality education.
I think the numbers are even more disparate when you look at urban areas. When you ask parents about the quality of education they think their kids are receiving, and when students talk about their experiences. So I think there's much more that we need to do, but it's going to require collective action in order for us to make meaningful progress.
Well, I certainly hope that we leverage everything that we've learned over the past year. As I've said before, I think the only way to do that is by making sure that children, especially low-income families, have access to schools outside of their zip codes and the ability to create great public schools where those families live through charter schools.
We as a country have failed to recognize the importance that education doesn't begin at age 5 kindergarten. We know the research tells us this, that if children start school healthy and ready to learn with an engaged parent, they're much more likely to succeed in life.
You know, we're losing kids every day, and there must be a greater sense of urgency. We have to have competent leaders.
My team at ILO Group is going to be completely focused on helping to really expand the women-only programming, making sure there is a new generation of women leaders, particularly women of color.
So about 47% of people said that the biggest problem right now is inequality, the fact that we have these income and racial and geographical disparities.
And today I look back at the way my parents prioritized our education as one of the most foundational aspects of my entire life story.
So we know that things like social media are causing anxiety, loneliness, depression. They're at record highs amongst young people. My hope is that Khan Academy and other solutions like it, obviously we can hit the academic component, but with things like schoolhouse.world, we can connect learners to each other, build social connections.
Mental health is a top concern and a top priority amongst K-12 students. 74% report that they deal with mental health issues on a day-to-day basis. Further to that, 54% of K-12 students said that they have battled anxiety. 51% said that they have battled loneliness in the last 12 months. And 47% said that they have battled depression.
From the standpoint of U.S. youth and how we're doing with our mental health here, on a scale of 0 to 10, I would probably put it at a 4.
So we need to, instead of having stigma around us and thinking if we talk about it, we need to explain that this is just a stage you're going through. This isn't the entire book. This is just a chapter.
Culturally, when we start talking about mental health, there are challenges in the African American community where when you have issues, I know growing up, people who had issues, they went undiagnosed.
This is a medical issue and needs to be solved with, medical work, licensed therapists, psychiatrists, and medication when appropriate. But it also takes lifestyle changes.
The number one answer, obviously, is B, which was the mental wellness needs need to be taught and promoted more within school, similar to other subjects.